My chicks This is the King James Radio Network, your radio home for North Brunswick Raiders sports, Restoration Place, the Cal Ripken Baseball District Championships, the Ladies of Our Turf Football, and the Jersey Basketball Association.
And this is your Raiders Live pregame presented by the Cal team at Remix Country on the King James Radio Network. Corbett Thompson here at JamesIsKing.com, where tonight North Brunswick Raiders basketball is on the King James Radio Network as North Brunswick Raiders take on the Carteret Ramblers in a GMC crossover matchup. North Brunswick comes in at 10-6 under head coach Ed Brahini in his 31st season as head coach of the Raiders. If you're watching the NBTHS Network, you'll see Coach Brahini walking off to our left. We're heading back towards the locker room with the gray hair there, walking towards the locker room. And his team is already there, so they're waiting for him. And so Ed Brahini in his 31st season with the North Brunswick Raiders, they are taking on the Carteret Ramblers under head coach Herman Muggsy White in his 10th season as head coach of the Ramblers. If you're watching on the NBTHS Network, you'll see Coach White dressed in all black right in front of the basket here to our right as his team is taking warm-ups around him. And so, with that being said, the Raiders have a tall task in front of them here in the form of Carteret. If I'm correct, I believe Carteret's number 3 in the county. I might have to look that up, but I believe they are number 3 in the county. Now, they come off of, they lost to St. Thomas Aquinas a few days ago, but they just beat South River on Monday, 2 days ago, 75-44. They beat the Rams behind 24 points from Elijah Colon. Colon is a senior guard. He had 24 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals for the Ramblers in that game. Aiden Ramirez, a sophomore guard, 14 points and 5 assists for Ramirez. So you have to excuse me, I'm fighting my cough here. I'm almost winning. I'm not quite there yet. So you'll have to forgive me if I sound a little weird. But Carteret has won 8 of their last 9. Again, the loss to Aquinas notwithstanding. They've won 8 of their last 9 games. They've won 14 of their last 16 games. The Ramblers, the Ramblers of Carteret. Carteret has won their last 7 meetings over in North Brunswick. So, Carteret clicking on all cylinders right now at 16-4. And now they're going to be without their leading scorer, Starro Hearns. He is out for this game. I didn't quite get, what the specific injury was, but it looks like from what I can see, he was walking pretty gingerly. He was not, he was obviously not in uniform, but in his athletic attire, and was walking gingerly with his team. He's right there holding the clipboard over there in the right corner there. So I would say probably some type of foot or ankle injury, but I don't want to speculate too much on that, but some type of lower extremity injury, I would think, for Hearns. And so he will be out for this game. And, he only had 5 points in Carteret's game against South River, which probably tells me that he was injured at some point during that game and had to come out probably earlier than later, that kind of thing. So they'll be without their leading scorer, Starl Hearns, who averages 17.7 points per game this year for Carteret. With that being said, they'll have to rely on their other guys. Hubert Ramos, for example, senior guard. We mentioned Cologne. Also, look for senior forward Cameron McCargo to step up. He had a big game against Aquinas a couple of games ago. And also Dante Prelude. He is a senior as well. Tony Towns Mays. And, number 21 is Jude Akudinobi. Excuse me. There it is. I had to cough just saying that. Akudinobi. As a matter of fact, I just saw him taking a warm-up shot right there. But, for the Raiders, like I said, they've got their work cut out for them. They're going to be, I see Greg Mentros from GMC Hoops is in the building. During our break, I have to ask him in his GMC Hoops top 10 where he has Carteret. But I'm pretty sure they're right in the top 3 in all of the different local polls in the county and such. So, again, the Raiders coming off of back-to-back losses. North Brunswick, excuse me, they lost to Edison most recently on February 1st, 57-52, in a game where the Raiders just, I'd say, got into some early foul trouble, especially with Donovan Crawford, but Amari Fleming as well. Fleming making his Raiders debut that game, and again, played well. But the Raiders just couldn't get the W. Corey Smith, let's see, let me make sure I have this right, what I have written here and what I have written here. Corey Smith had 15 points in that game. Donovan Crawford had 13 points in that game. Amari Fleming had 11 in his Raiders debut. And so the triumvirate there. But the problem was, again, Crawford got into foul trouble, and Jabri Fitzpatrick, I believe he got into Fitzpatrick. Yeah, he fouled out. So, and Jabri only had 2 points, which came on free throws. No field goals from Fitzpatrick in that game against Edison. So they've got to find a way to get Jabri in the mix here. And obviously play defense. That's obvious. Carteret can put points up on the board, as you see with the 75 against South River. And they had a high-scoring game against Aquinas as well in the game that they lost. So the Raiders have to play D and stay out of foul trouble. A whole lot easier said than done, okay? Make no mistake about that. But if they're going to try and compete or win this game, they've got to find a way to do that. So with that being said, Ed Rahimi, I'm sure has drawn something up. He's seen it all over the years, of course, in 31 seasons. So I'm sure he's got something drawn up. It's just a matter of whether or not it will work. And so, with that, the Raiders have a couple of weeks here before the GMC tournament comes up. And let's look at their schedule here for just a moment. And also I have to look at their state playoff situation as well. Maybe we'll do that on the other side of the break here. But we mentioned the Raiders back-to-back losses, having lost to Edison most recently, but New Brunswick before that in the overtime game that they played. So now you have a couple of crossover games here. Tonight against Carteret, Friday night against Metuchen on senior night. And then on Saturday, they head to Bayonne for a long trip to Bayonne to play a non-conference game over there. And then Tuesday, they're at Colonia. This coming Tuesday, they're at Colonia to finish up the GMC White Division part of their schedule. And then the GMC tournament comes up after that, and then they have a couple of games before the state playoffs arrive. So, we'll look at their state playoff situation here in just a second, I think. But, so the Raiders still have some work to do, not just for the GMC tournament, but also for the state playoffs. So kind of a twofold mission here if you're North Brunswick as you try to get right here towards the end of the season, towards the end of the regular season. So, can they do that? Now, obviously, a win here against Carteret would prove to be a huge, ginormous statement, if you will, towards all of that. Towards GMC tournament seeding, towards state playoffs. I mean, the Raiders, well, they've already played their 16 games to qualify for states, so they're going to be where they're at when the seedings come out next week, or when the pairings come out next week for the state playoffs. But, with that being said, still, a win over Carteret here would go a long way towards opening the eyes of the GMC seating committee, and that's why I think you see a couple of media people here tonight. I know you see Greg Mitchell from GMC Hoops here. There's a couple of other guys from the media here. I'm not sure if that's Jersey Sports Zone or one of the papers, but basically this is, in terms of local high school sports, this is a high-profile game. Just have more than one member, whenever there's more than one member of the high school media in the building, it's pretty much a high-profile game. That's what this is tonight, North Brunswick and Carteret. And of course, you're watching on the NBTHS network on the North Brunswick feed. Again, my thanks to our athletic director, Sean Morrell, for that. And so, site supervisor Lisa Barkley will have the announcement of the starting lineups and then the national anthem in roughly about 5 minutes or so. North Brunswick and Carteret. We're going to break here. And when we come back, I'll see if I can find the state playoff series. I'll see if I can find that here somewhere along the way. And then we'll get you ready for your game tonight here. And again, the Raiders, I think for let's just stick with GMC purposes. Let's just stick with the GMC tournament. The Raiders haven't been to the quarterfinals of the GMC tournament since 2014. And so that's another reason I think just psychologically, if they can beat a team like Carteret, that's against they come in at 16-4, even though they're out of the GMC Blue Division, they have played some of the upper echelon teams in the GMC. So with that being said, as a matter of fact, let me look here for a second. I want to look here for a second at Carteret's schedule. And then we'll go to a break. Let me look at Carteret's schedule here for a second. And then, they're 13-2 in the conference, Carteret. So let's see. They beat Metuchen. They lost by 3 to Plainfield. Won by 1 against Homedale. Beat Manalapan. So they played some out-of-conference opponents. Beat Rahway. Let's see. Lost by 5 to Aquinas the first time. Beat Colonia by 14. Beat Old Bridge by 19. So that's an eye-opener. Let's see. And beat Middlesex. Lost to Aquinas again by 4. So they played a few crossover games. Not a ton. They played a few crossover games. So again, and have seemed to have held their own in most of them. So excuse me. So for Carteret, this will be just another. Excuse me. Let me drink my water. So this will be another test for the Ramblers here, just as well as the Raiders. So. With that being said, all right, let me get to the Raiders here in their state playoff situation, and then we'll break. We'll just do kind of the whole enchilada here. Matter of fact, let's go to the NJ.com Middlesex County rankings. And I can tell you where NJ, there's probably somebody here from NJ.com tonight as well. So let me get you the, matter of fact, it came out today, their rankings, the Middlesex County rankings, the GMC rankings. So NJ.com has Carteret at number 3. They have St. Joe's at 1, St. Thomas Aquinas at 2, Carteret at 3, New Brunswick is 4th, Edison 5th, South Brunswick is 6th, Colonia is 7th, Melanie is 8th, and then North Brunswick at 9, followed by South Plainfield at 10. So, you have number 3 here in the building tonight in the NJ.com GMC Top 10, and the Raiders are number 9 in the NJ.com GMC Top 10. So, with that, let me see if I can find the state playoff brackets here for the Raiders. I'll try and do that. That will not be easy on my laptop here. With that being said, I'll let the young man plug in his phone here. Yep. If you can reach over. There we go. So, with that, let's see if I can find the Raiders here. If I can find the Raiders here and find their state playoff position. But what we'll do is this. We'll take a break. We'll come back in a minute here with that, and then we'll get you ready with the national anthem and the starting lineups. We'll be back in a moment. This is Raiders Live pregame presented by the County of Remax Country on the King James Radio Network.
John Calandruccio at Remax Country is there for all of your residential real estate needs in Central Jersey. Remax Country is located at 40 South Main Street in Milltown, New Jersey. Please feel free to call John directly on his cell phone at 908-812-9148 or visit www.thecalteam.com. That's CAL, Once again, 908-812-9148 for John Calandrucio at Remax Country in Milltown, New Jersey. Now available at Audible.com is the most recent book of narrator Kobe Thompson called The complete guide to basketball. Level up your game in 7 days. For those looking to step up their game at any level, players can learn more about shooting, dribbling, passing, and all things basketball. As a matter of fact, you can send an email to myself or to Thompson at kingjamesradio1@gmail.com, and I will send you a code to get the audiobook free of charge. If you still want to buy the book, it's available at audible.com by typing The Complete Guide to Basketball in the search box. Get your game to the next level, and thank you for listening to the King James Radio Network.
All right, we come back to our Raiders Live pregame here on the King James Radio Network, presented by the Cal Team of Remix Country. Well, the Raiders have 336 power points. That much I can see. But what I got to figure out is I got to figure out how to get to the PowerPoint standings in Central Jersey Group 4, which I should be able to do here before too long. But we'll probably go over that at halftime. So we'll do that at halftime. But they have 336 power points, which should be plenty to get them into the state playoffs. It's just a matter of who they will be facing in round one. So, with that, we will break. And when we come back, we will have the announcement of the starting lineups from Lisa Markby, North Brunswick, and Carteret in the GMC crossover matchup. So, we will break here, and we will come back in just a little bit. This has been the Raiders Live pregame presented by the Cal Team of Remix Country. And you're hearing it on the King James Radio Network at JamesKing.com and the NBTHS Network.
Spectators from Carteret.
Restoration
Today's contest is being conducted according to the rules of the New Jersey State High School Athletic Association.
by First
These
Lady
rules provide for
Darlene
fair
Baisman.
competition
When you're
among
faced
players.
with a choice, when you're faced with a temptation, and when you're faced with should I do what's right and should I do what's wrong, when I'm faced with good or when I'm faced with evil, then that word that's hid on the inside of my heart, that word is going to be evident in that situation. And so therefore I won't have to worry about, what I'm going to do, but I'm going to speak what is within me. And that word will come out in that situation and keep you from doing something that may not be of the will of God.
To abide by the rules of good sportsmanship and cheer for their team and not boo or disrespect their team, the other team, or the officials. At this time, we ask that you all rise, remove your head coverings, and for the playing of our
This
national
is the
anthem.
King James Radio Network, your radio home for North Brunswick Raiders sports, Restoration Place, the Cal Ripken Baseball District Championships, the Ladies of Our Turf Football, and the Jersey Basketball Association.
Whitehurst gives to Crawford. Crawford will wait. 3:08 to go in the quarter. Crawford takes a right angle three. It's good. And immediately Donovan Crawford is paying off for North Brunswick. He's got 9 points in the first quarter. Whitfield takes it left corner. Fitzpatrick. Open three is good. Bombs away for Jabri Fitzpatrick. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. New Brunswick 58, North Brunswick 55. Smith over the timeline. Smith pulls up, straight on three. It's good! Corey Smith ties the game!
Once again, welcome to NBTHS.
You will hear from Lisa Markley with the announcement of the starting lineups, North Brunswick and Carteret coming up in just a moment.
A reminder that the officials for this contest have been assigned by the Greater Middlesex Council. And now the starting lineups for today's event. First will be visiting Carteret Ramblers. Guard, sophomore, number 23, Aiden Ramirez. Guard, senior, number 10, Elijah Colon. Guard, senior, number 5, Hubert Clemens. Guard, senior, number 24, Dante Peely. Guard, senior, number 12, Cameron Ricardo. And now the starting lineup for your North Brunswick Raiders. Guard, guard, junior, number 5, Jeffrey Fitzpatrick. Junior, number 12, guard, Christian Salazar. And forward, junior, number 31, Donovan Crawford.
There you hear from site supervisor Lisa Barkley with the announcement of the starting lineups, North Brunswick and Carteret. So the Raiders will come out in their home white jerseys with the gold letters and numbers trimmed in blue, blue stripes down the white shirts. They start this game going from right to left on your internet radio and on the NBTHS network. As for Carteret, they're in their royal blue with the white letters and numbers, no stripes from what I can see down the white shorts. And they will go maybe black stripes. They go from left to right. At center court is Cameron McCargo for Carteret. Donovan Crawford for the Raiders, and Carteret will have it here in the front court. Driving right, they'll go to McCargo. Right wing three, rolls out off the pass. And rebound off the pass there from Aiden Ramirez. Rebound goes to the Raiders. Here's Jaquil Boyd. Boyd bounce pass right for Corey Smith. Now right corner for Salazar. Now Christian dribbles out, passes left for Jaquil. 20 seconds gone by. No scoring again. Big game for both teams. Return to the GMC tournament coming up in a couple of weeks. Fitzpatrick goes to Crawford. Right wing for three, and it's good. On the three ball for Donovan Crawford. His first 3 points of the night. And so that gives the Raiders an early 3-0 lead, 40 seconds in. Meanwhile, Ramirez goes left here. They try to pass it along the baseline. Hubert Ramos kickball. Meanwhile, for Crawford, that is three-pointer number 11 on the season for Donovan. Inbound, goes to the left, and McCargo, short left corner jumper off the side rim. Rebound tipped in the lane, out of bounds at the baseline. Carteret, no, who's ball? Carteret ball. Inbound here for the Ramblers, it goes out to McCargo. McCargo, the cousin of Niall McCargo, or the Lady Raiders here at North Brunswick. She's probably in the building here tonight. I saw Coach Mark Zielinski, Lady Raiders Coach Mark Zielinski earlier. Lady Raiders play here tomorrow night. Ramos driving in from the left and tried to pass it, knocked down, and here's Fitzpatrick. Ball tipped and out of bounds, tipped from behind. So the Raiders will keep it. Raiders versus Ramblers here. North Brunswick 3, Carteret nothing. 6:50 left to go in the first quarter. There's Mark Zielinski, if you're watching the NBTHS network, walking across on the other side of the court from left to right. Christian Salazar, right side. He gets it away to Smith, passes left for Boyd. Boyd gets it away to Fitzpatrick, fakes a three, and now drives in through the foul line. Euro steps right-hand layup, no, off the back rim. Corey Smith with the rebound, turnaround shot, and that rolls out. Well, Raiders with a couple of close shots there, but neither one of them went. Dante Prelou on the rebound. Back the other way here. Ramos at the foul line, out to Prelou, swings it to Ramos, fakes a three, and we'll pass it left here for Elijah Colon. Colon going left to the lane, we get a whistle, jump ball, Corey Smith got his hands into the tie-up, jump ball, Raiders have the possession arrow, they'll get it with 6:10 left here in the first. I was telling Joe DePayne, who ran the scoreboard clock for the JV game, I was telling him that the Raiders, be competitive here, which it looks like they will be. That's all good. Actually, Salazar's pass stolen back the other way. Driving right is Ramirez, but Salazar blocks the shot. Went in for the layup. Salazar blocked it, goes out. Good job by Christian there getting back. 5:58 to go in the quarter. Elijah Colon inbounding, and this will be a right wing three coming for Ramirez. It's short and goes out. Prelou can't save it. It'll go to the Raiders. Inbound here with 5:53 to go in the quarter. North Brunswick still holding on to that 3-0 lead. So only 3 points scored thus far in the first 2.5 minutes of the game. Fitzpatrick, guarded by Ramos, gets it over to Salazar. He's guarded by Prelou. Gets it away to Corey Smith up top. Smith gives it right for Boyd. Build a pass inside for Donovan Crawford, who makes it to the left side. Donovan Crawford has 5. 5-0 North Brunswick. 5:23 left to go here in the quarter. Elijah Cologne tried to get it to Prelude, stolen by Corey Smith. Smith drives right, layup goes in. Corey Smith. And the Raiders have come out swinging here at 7-0. 5:10 left here in the first. Prelude passes right here for Cologne. Cologne, right side, guarded by Salazar, skips it left for McCargo. McCargo, pull-up jumper from 12 off the back rim. Rebound goes to Carteret. Ramirez got the rebound, got it over to the left corner. Left corner three, rolls out and then in for Elijah Cologne. Cologne hits the three. His first three, 7-3 Raiders, 4:42 to go in the quarter. Boyd passes to Crawford on the far side. Gets it away to Jabri Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick goes to Boyd. And Carteret ready to sub here in the next whistle. Carteret will bring in Tony Towns-Mays. Lob pass in from Fitzpatrick to Crawford. He has to save it at the baseline to Salazar. Bounce pass along the baseline to Crawford. He lays it in, right side. Donovan Crawford has 7 here in the first quarter. And that's a good sign for the Raiders. 7 points and no fouls for Crawford. 9-3. Raiders lead at 4:06 to go in the first. Prelude gets a screen from McCargo. And will shoot a left wing three here. Nope, off the glass. Fitzpatrick with the rebound. Raiders looking good so far here. Jabri in the front court. Goes to Crawford on the near side. Gets away to Corey Smith in between the rings. Smith, left elbow, will take the jumper. Nope, off the glass. Put back by Fitzpatrick. No good, but a foul. Jabri will go to the line. Foul is called on Ramos. Foul on Hubert. Ramos is his first. And first on Carteret. Jabri Fitzpatrick, the Raiders' leading free throw shooter, will be at the free throw line to shoot 2. Again, Tony Towns-Mays will check in on the next whistle for the Ramblers. First one up for Fitzpatrick, bounces out. Also checking in for Carteret is number 21, Jude Akudinobi. I had to ask him before the game, so he said it for me a couple of times. Hopefully I got it right, Akudinobi. Second one for Fitzpatrick is off the back rim. Rebound goes to Mays. Fitzpatrick, Jabri is an 84% free throw shooter, and he missed them both. As it goes out of bounds on the far side, Carteret turns it over. Raiders will have it. Fitzpatrick inbounding to Jaquil Boyd. Boyd will bring it up. 3:30 to go in the quarter. Boyd to the foul line, shuffles it left through the hands of Smith. He recovers, gets it out to Jabri. And now Boyd lost the ball, taken away. Cologne steals, leads it ahead, and gets it back from Ramirez. Driving in, lost the ball again. McCargo layup off the side rim. Rebound tip. Cologne shot off the front rim, and foul is called. Foul is called on Jaquil Boyd. It is his first on the Raiders. And senior guard Elijah Cologne will shoot 2. First one up, and it's off the front rim and in. Checking in for the Raiders will be sophomore Marquise Perry. And while Dante Prelude back in for Carteret. Also coming in for the Raiders is senior Amari Fleming. Fleming with an impressive debut. Raiders' last game against Edison. Second one, off the side rim. Marquise Perry for the rebound. So 9-4 North Brunswick, 3:10 left in the quarter. Corey Smith up the floor. Smith lost the ball to Prelude and gets it away to McCargo. McCargo hands off to Towns-Mays. He lays it in right side. And Tony Towns-Mays for 2. 9-6. Back the other way is Christian Salazar. Gets it over to Amari Fleming. Driving, nope, stops the foul line. And will try to go up with it, nope. And call for the walk. 2:42 left here in the quarter. Ramos in, Fitzpatrick in for Carteret and North Brunswick respectively. Ramos gives to Mays, right side with a leaner, goes in. Tony Towns-Mays with a quick 4 points. He's a senior. And it's 9-8 Raiders. Again, the Raiders have a 7-0 lead to start this game. 2:27 left in the first. Fitzpatrick to Smith up top. Thinks about a 3, goes left for Fleming. Amari has a lane, drives left, flings it up and in. Amari Fleming, his first 2. 11-8 North Brunswick, 2:12 left in the quarter. Ball goes left to McCargo, back out. Prelude gets it now to the middle rather in Cologne. Now Mays. Back out to McCargo. 2 minutes left in the first. North Brunswick 11, Carteret 8. Ball around the perimeter here for the Ramblers. Quick pass inside to a cutting Elijah Cologne. He makes the basket, count it and the foul. Cologne gets it to go. Foul is called on Amari Fleming. His first. And number 2 on North Brunswick. And Elijah Cologne with 6 points here in the first quarter. Has a chance to tie it for Carteret by shooting 1. He goes up, rattles out, rebound, Jabri Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick from right to left. Gets it over to Crawford. Crawford drives in, and we get a whistle, foul on the floor, no basket. Foul is called on Cameron McCargo. His first. That's number 2 on Carteret. While Corey Smith comes out of the game. Looks like Salazar back in. Ball goes to Fitzpatrick, left corner. Jabri will dribble back out, circles the foul line, gets it over to Fleming. Fleming gets it into Crawford, right block back out to Amari. Foul line jumper is good. Amari Fleming for the bucket. 13-10 Raiders back the other way. McCargo with a one-handed dunk. Now wait a minute. I think they're going to wave it off. They do. They wave off the dunk from McCargo on an offensive foul call. They say McCargo came in, and I believe either Fleming or Perry he ran over. So wave off the dunk from McCargo. We're at 13-10. With a minute 16 to go here in the first quarter. Fleming with a right-hand runner, no good. Ball goes over Fitzpatrick, who tried to tip it, and it goes out. Carteret ball. Well, it was an impressive dunk there by McCargo, but it will not count. He comes out of the game, and Jude Akudinobi will come back in. Head coach Herman White, he's pumped up. Cologne gets it over to Ramos. Now back to Cologne. With a minute to go in the quarter. Cologne guarded by Salazar. To the foul line, tries to pass it. Ball loose on the floor. Saved by Perry. Gets to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick drives, Euro steps in. Right side. Going in. Jabri Fitzpatrick, his first 2 of the night. 15-10 Raiders. 44 seconds left here in the quarter. Akudinobi, right blocked against Crawford. Stepped out. And so the Raiders will have it. With 40 seconds left in the first. I told you Ed Brahimi would have a game plan here. It's just a matter of whether or not it would work. So far, so good. Fitzpatrick inbounds to Salazar. Salazar up the floor. Salazar passes left through the hands. It was intended for Perry. Off the hands of Eden Ramirez. Goes out. North Brunswick will have it with 34 seconds left here in the first. Jaquil Boyd will check back in. And Marquise Perry will come out. 34 seconds left in the first. North Brunswick 15, Carteret 10. Amari Fleming from the baseline here for North Brunswick. Gets it to Salazar. Salazar in the paint, gets it out to Fitzpatrick. Guarded by Prelude. Driving in, Jabri will fling up a shot. Bounces in, count, and one. Jabri Fitzpatrick. Foul is called on Tony Towns-Mays, it looks like. It's his first, and number 3 on Carteret. Fitzpatrick now with 4 points, and the Raiders back to a 7-point lead. Their biggest of the game so far. Fitzpatrick will shoot 1. Goes in. Cameron McCargo back in, facing Ramos. So the Raiders with their biggest lead so far at 18-10. 26 seconds left in the quarter. Cologne up the floor, hands off to Prelude. He'll try a straight-on 3 off the front rim. Rebound, McCargo tried to tip it, goes to Boyd. Here's Fleming, 2-on-1. Fleming will try for the finger roll, goes in, left side. Amari Fleming has 6, 10-point lead, 20-10. 3 seconds left in the quarter. Mays will try a right wing 3 for Carteret. It's off the back rim, but a foul is called with 0.4 left in the quarter. Foul on Jaquil Boyd is his second. Number 3 on the Raiders. Boyd will come out and Corey Smith back in. And Tony Towns-Mays will shoot 3 here. First one up and in. Akadenobi will check in once again for McCargo. Meanwhile, Tony Towns-Mays, he still has 2 more free throws. Goes up and in. 0.4 seconds left here in the first quarter. Mays makes all 3 of his free throws. He's got 7, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Despite the 3 free throws from Towns-Mays, the Raiders still had a good first quarter. They lead it 20-13 after the first. So we will take a break, and we will come back to North Brunswick with the second quarter in just a moment. This is Raiders basketball presented by the North Brunswick Basketball Association and the King James Radio Network.
Check out the North Brunswick Basketball Association and their redesigned website at nbbasketball.org. The NBBA is not only one of the premier travel basketball organizations in North Brunswick, but you can match them up against anyone in the central New Jersey area. As always, thanks to President Darren Snedeker for his continued support of our Raiders basketball coverage on the King James Radio Network. Check out the regular season, All-Star Game, and championship schedules with the North Brunswick Basketball Association at nbbasketball.org to see the Raiders of tomorrow. The Jersey Basketball Association is in its 6th season with the King James Radio Network as we continue to bring you the hoop superstars of tomorrow from around the state of New Jersey. From Sparta to Monroe and all points in between, the JBA has become the largest travel basketball organization in the state, and we will feature some of the better matchups right here on KJRN. For more information, including schedules and venue directions, go to jerseybasketballassociation.com to visit with the JBA, heard exclusively on the King James Radio Network.
Second quarter has begun. North Brunswick 20, Carteret 13. Carteret from left to right. Towns-Mays straight on 3 off the back rim. Rebound, Christian Salazar for North Brunswick. Fitzpatrick, long pass ahead to Donovan Crawford. Drives right, tries the floater, bounces around and in. No basket. Offensive foul called on Crawford. The North Brunswick bench not happy with that one. Foul called on Crawford is his first, number 4 on the Raiders. Ed Brahini talking to the official, getting his money's worth. 30 seconds into the second, 7-point lead for North Brunswick here, 20-13. We'll go over to the far side for Carteret here in Aiden Ramirez. Gets it back over to Hubert Ramos. Now Tony Towns-Mays. Swings it back to Ramirez. Creeloo also in the game. He's got the ball left side. So shuffles it left for Towns-Mays, and he'll take an awkward shot left of the lane off the front rim, but charging into the rebound was Ramirez. They give it over to the right corner. Right corner 3 from Cologne rolls out. Rebound goes to Tariq Fitzpatrick. 3 on the move, and gets a bullet pass left in. The rest layup from Amari Fleming going in. Amari Fleming, it looks like he got a foul the other way. Foul is called on Christian Salazar. Fleming now has 8 points. Foul on Christian Salazar is his first, number 5 on North Brunswick. So the Raiders, 1 left to give. Here's Towns-Mays with a runner or a leader from the foul line, inside the foul line. No good, try for the rebound. It does get out to Ramirez. Foul line jumper, good. Aiden Ramirez for the bucket. Carteret staying close, 20-15. Back the other way, Fitzpatrick driving right, tries to lay up too high off the glass. Ramirez with the rebound, pass right. Ramirez all the way through, passes right, and Cologne's layup is good. Elijah Cologne has 8 points, Tony Towns-Mays with 7, and Aiden Ramirez with 2. So 21-17, Raiders lead at 6:06 to go here in the second. Fleming, right side, gets to Crawford at the right block. Backing down Mays. His shot goes in over Mays. Donovan Crawford has 9. Omari Fleming with 8. Tariq Fitzpatrick with 5. And Corey Smith with 2. 5-point lead for the Raiders here, 22-17. with 5:48 to go in the half. So Prelude on the far side, passes right to Towns Mage and gives it over to Cologne. They'll swing it back out. Prelude at the foul line, drives in and tries for an awkward shot, but he traveled. Tried to draw the foul there. Marquise Perry back in for Christian Salazar for North Brunswick. 5:32 left in the second. 22-17, 5-point lead here for North Brunswick. Inbound to Corey Smith. Smith will call out his play here. Corey over the timeline. Passes right for Marquise Perry. Fleming rather. He drives in with a right-hand runner off the back end. Rebound. Ball on the floor. Fleming diving for it, but he's called for the travel. Good effort from Amari there.
Checking in for Carteret from 21 is Jude.
So, Jude Akudinobi back in for Carteret. Meanwhile, Cologne inbounds to Ramirez, back to Cologne. Cameron McCargo has yet to come back in this game. He's only got one foul as we get the steal from Marcus Perry at half court. And layup missed though. Rebound, Carteret. Akudinobi with the rebound. Ramirez up the 40 on the way, gives it over. Ramos, left wing three is good. Hubert Ramos hits the three. His first 3 points, 22-20 North Brunswick, 4:47 left in the half. Smith, right wing three the other way, sails over the rim as an air ball and rebound off of Fitzpatrick and out. Raiders will turn it over. Again, the Raiders had a 7-point lead in this game and we get a timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout for North Brunswick.
Timeout called by North Brunswick.
Raiders had a 7-point game in this, or 7-point lead in this game. It started at 7-0. And if I'm correct, if my numbers are right, the Raiders were up by as many as 10. But glad you're with us at JamesIsKing.com. Also on Facebook under King James Radio Network and on Twitter at King James Radio 1. I mean, listen, you knew even with a 7-point or more, 8, 10-point lead, you knew this wasn't going to be an easy game. I think the Raiders knew that. Carteret just too good to stay down forever. Inbound here. Prelude to Cologne. Elijah Cologne brings it up to Carteret. Passes right to Prelude. Prelude on the dribble. Gives it over to Ramos. Sends it left for McCargo, who's back in. Now Ramos gives to McCargo, left side. Cameron spins, passes out. Ramos, left corner three off the side rim. Cologne with the rebound, puts it back and out. Rebound goes over to Fleming. Amari gets to Crawford. Crawford passes it, but intercepted. He was looking for Fleming. Found Cologne instead. Easy layup left side. Elijah Cologne in double figures, matching his jersey number now, has 10 points. Tied at 22. Fleming, right wing three, in and out. Rebound, Ramirez. Carteret with a chance for their first lead. McCargo goes left for Ramos. Reverse layup missed. Well short. Ball goes out off of McCargo. Raiders will have it with 3:44 left in the half. Jaquil Boyd back in for the Raiders. Now keep in mind, Jaquil has 2 fouls. And Akudinobi back in for Carteret. Remember the last time the Raiders rolled the dice with Donovan Crawford and left him in. And the Raiders paid for that. Here's Fitzpatrick through the foul line. Tried to dump it to Crawford. Akudinobi intercepts. Back the other way is Cologne. Passes right. Ramirez, Akudinobi baseline and passes out. Nope. Intercepted Corey Smith. Smith the other way. Smith Euro steps. Puts it up and in. Corey Smith. 2-point lead. 24-22 North Brunswick. 3:11 left in the half. Foul in the front court. Marquise Perry guarding Cologne there. Foul on Marquise is his first. Number 6 on the Raiders. Inbound from Cologne. Gets it to McCargo up top. Hands off to Cologne. Passes left for Ramos. Foul extended left. Ramos gets it into Prelude. He's in the paint, shot blocked and stolen by Crawford. Donovan with the steal. And that's what I mean when I say the Raiders have to play deep. It's a team, that Carteret team, that can put points up. Crawford trying to back down McCargo. Underhand pass to Marquise Perry, who lays it in. Left side. 4-point lead for the Raiders at 26-22. 2:38 left in the second. Colon to Ramos, right wing. Passes it to Ramirez. Back out to Colon. Colon driving in. Kicks it out left. Prelude, left wing three. Rolls out. Rebound to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick back up the floor. Trying to get a screen from Crawford, runs into a double team, passes left to Clear. Here's Boyd, gives to Corey Smith. Smith driving in, ball knocked loose, stolen. Ramos on the steal, Ramos on the drive, and a scoop layup. Hubert Ramos has 5 here in the second quarter. 26-24 Raiders, 2 minutes left in the second. Boyd driving right, goes right for Perry, and about an 11-footer off the side rim. Ramos for the rebound. Moves away. Check that. Ramirez for the rebound to Ramos, to McCargo, and layup by Ramos goes in. Elijah Colon. Colon in double figures with 12, and again we are tied at 26 this time. 1:40 left in the second. Smith, guarded by Prelude on the far side, gives to Crawford. Crawford gives over to Perry, swings it right to Corey Smith, gets it in to Jabri, and now with a leaner from Perry, it's off the front rim. McCargo with the rebound, gives to Ramirez. Ramirez bounce pass right for Colon, quick pass to McCargo in the lane, and we get a whistle. Perry got his hands in there for the tie-up, and a jump ball. And North Brunswick has the arrow. Christian Salazar comes in for Corey Smith. On the North Brunswick side, Tony Towns Mays for Cameron McCargo. For Carteret. It seems like McCargo, he's getting limited minutes. I don't know if that's just because of an injury or what. Coach White has been careful with him. He's not in foul trouble. Here's Fitzpatrick through the foul line, and right-hand layup goes in off the finger roll. Fitzpatrick has 7, 28-26 Raiders, 1 minute to go in the half. Prelude on the far side, or the near side. Gets it to Towns Mays. He drives in, and his shot rolls in. Tony Towns Mays. He's got 9. And again, we're tied at 28, our third tie of the quarter. 42 seconds left in the half. Patrick trying to keep the dribble in the front court, guarded by Ramos. Jabri goes left, lost the ball off his knee. Nope, deflected by Carteret off the Prelude. Mari Fleming will come in. Little boy comes out. 32 seconds left in the half. Tied at 28. Jabri from the left corner. Gives to Crawford. Crawford double team, gets it out to Jabri. Jabri back to Crawford, but took that one awkward step. And the refs called it. McCargo back in for Carteret in place of Ramos. With 29 seconds left in the half. Elijah Colon will inbound from the baseline. Here's Prelude. Gives it over to Colon, and now Mays. Gets it back out. Quick pass left. Ramirez open left corner 3. Rolls out. Rebound. Crawford had it snatched away by Colon. His shot off the back rim. Colon tries again. Too high. Put back by Mays doesn't go. And rebound. Carteret. Colon. 5 seconds left in the half. Here's Prelude going in. Ball knocked down. And Salazar takes it foul with 0.6 seconds. Salazar able to get it away to Jabri Fitzpatrick. Prelude commits the foul on Salazar. Foul on Dante Prelude is his first. It's only 5 on Carteret. So no shots, no free throws. And Kudanobi will come back in for the Ramblers. He replaces McCargo. Meanwhile, the Raiders have half a second here. The inbound to Fitzpatrick and Salazar, and almost a full-court shot goes short. That'll do it for the first half.
At halftime, the score is 28-28.
Now the Raiders are certainly, despite scoring only 8 points in the second quarter, the Raiders have lost the lead 3 times, but they have never trailed. Tied at 28 at the half. So we will break for halftime. We'll get you those PowerPoints, the PowerPoint standings. I believe the cutoff date is this weekend for that. The Raiders have already played their 16 games to qualify. So we'll get you that. For those of you on the NFHS network, you can listen to the Lady Raiders watching Lady Raiders cheerleaders. For the rest of you, we will break and we will come back in a moment. This is
Sports, Restoration Place, the Cal Ripken Baseball District Championships, the Ladies of Our Turf Football, and the Jersey Basketball Association.
Why is it that when someone asks you to just trust them, you just don't? Because trust is tricky. You can't just say it. You have to back it up. AAA Auto Insurance has been doing that for over 100 years. As quickly as a car accident happens, AAA starts to set things right, matching you with the right experts who make your claim their priority until you're back behind the wheel. Talk to a AAA insurance agent at your local AAA store today or visit AAA.com/insurance to learn more about AAA.
The King James Radio Network is now accepting inquiries this summer to broadcast games on our King James Jr. channel. If you have a youth baseball, basketball, or football game in the state of New Jersey that you want to be heard on the air, please send an email to kingjamesradio1@gmail.com with the date and time that you're looking for, and we'll let you know if we can make it. Inquiries are not guaranteed to be accepted based on a combination of availability and first come, first served. We look forward to broadcasting your game on King James Jr., a channel of the King James Radio Network at jamesisking.com.
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it at doihaveprediabetes.org. You're probably not going to, are you? Kids, work, listening to the radio. You're busy, which is great because busy people can't get prediabetes. Oh my, I read that wrong. They can. Should have worn my glasses. So visit doihaveprediabetes.org and take a short test, because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
How to be a great dad in 15 seconds. Bike ride, go fish, walk in the park, phone call, milkshake, play catch, picnic, fly a kite, tell jokes, laugh, talk, read a story, tell a story, bumper car, swing set, bowling, pillow fight, cut loose, stay tight. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Corbett Thompson back in the studio where I'm working on the narration of my next audiobook to make it to Audible. Coming soon will be my latest book called The Complete Guide to Basketball. Level up your game in 7 days. Written by Elijah Quinn. Also coming is Get Your Finances Right, which sets the foundation for you to get your money and finances on the right track. Still going strong is one of my best titles, In Pursuit of Purpose, written by the late Dr. Miles Monroe. Find out why you are alive and why you are here on Earth. There are plenty of other Corbett Thompson books to choose from on the subjects of business, sports, or spirituality. Find out more at audible.com and just type my name, Corbett Thompson, in the search box, or head to jamesisking.com and click the microphone near the top of the homepage. Thanks for taking a listen to my books on Audible, and thanks for listening to KJRN.
Earn your doctoral degree at GCU, Arizona's premier private Christian university. Become an authority in your industry with an affordable education that doesn't sacrifice quality. At GCU, learners have access to our doctoral leadership team, counselors, and one-on-one faculty support during their dissertation. This year, invest in yourself to help change the world.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/doctoral.
Imagine your kitchen transformed like magic. That's what family-owned Kitchen Magic has done for more than 50,000 homeowners. Kitchen Magic, named the #1 kitchen company nationwide 4 times by qualified remodeler magazines, is here to serve you. Kitchen Magic Refacing can save up to 50% over the cost of an all-new kitchen. Our experts will guide you as you choose from custom refacing, new cabinetry, or countertops, or a blend of options for the best value. Your kitchen will be completely transformed quickly and easily, like magic. Take advantage of Kitchen Magic's free design consultation. Call 855-733-2236 or visit kitchenmagic.com today to schedule your free in-home design consultation. Don't forget to use the code PB608. That's PB608 when you call. Call 855-733-2236 or visit kitchenmagic.com today. Don't forget, the code PB608 gets you 15% off of your purchase.
Panera now delivers, so you can order good, clean food at your office, or door, or porch, or backyard, or front yard, or apartment, or dorm, or castle, or shop, or worksite, or wherever Panera delivers. For lunch, dinner, and everywhere in between. Click the banner to order or visit PaneraBread.com. Participating locations only. Panera. Food as it should be.
Make sure your child is up with the alarm and ready for school each morning, because missing just 18 days, even in middle school, will put their graduation at risk. It's up to you. Learn more at boostup.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
We come back here to halftime as we get ready for the second half. We are tied at 28, North Brunswick and Carteret. And so the Ramblers are back out on the floor. The Raiders are not. They are still in the locker room. I see Lisa Barkley over there, site supervisor, looking at the spot on the floor here on the right side of the court. If you're watching on the NFHS network, you can see over on the right side of the court here to our right some kind of spot on the floor there that her and Rona Hales, part of the NBTHS staff, cleaning up. So with that being said, we told you we would get you the PowerPoint stuff here for the Raiders in Central Jersey Group 4. I'll see if I can pull that up for you guys here in just a moment. I think I finally got it. Let's see, Central Jersey Group 4. I believe Carteret is Group 3. And maybe we'll get to them if we have a second. But the Raiders have played their 16 games to qualify for state playoff contention or playoff basketball. So let's look at this here. Middletown South is in the top spot in Central 4. 498 power points. New Brunswick up next at 453. Marlborough is third. South Brunswick 4, Hightstown 5, North Brunswick is 6th at 336, so the Raiders will get a home game just against who? Montgomery is 7th, Princeton 8, East Brunswick 9, Manalapan is at 10, Freehold Township is 11th, Monroe 12th, Jackson Memorial at 13, Hillsborough 14, they have 241 points, West Windsor Plainsboro South is 15th, they have 240 points, 1 point behind Hillsborough. And then Trenton, the Tornadoes, they are at 16. They are at 213. Brick Memorial is at 17. They're on the outside looking in at 203. So they would, let's see, Brick Memorial has played 17 games. Trenton's played 19, so both of those teams are locked in, I think, to their points. So that's a look at the power points. So if the playoffs were to start today, the Raiders would face Freehold Township here in the first round. But whoever the Raiders play, as long as the game is here, of course, we will have that game exclusively on the NFHS network. No King James Radio that day. Exclusively on the NFHS network. We'll have that game here. So, with that, let's get to, let me see if I can get to Carteret real quick. Maybe I'll do Carteret and where they are. I'll just kind of point to you where they are in the bracket. I won't go through the whole thing. Carteret and Central Group 3. And then we'll get to the scoring totals here, and then we'll get to the second half. Carteret in their road blue jerseys with the white letters and numbers, black stripes down the blue shorts. They will start the second half going from right to left. I found out that Cameron McCargo, I said that he's playing limited minutes, and I found out from, I think, what's a reliable source is that they're, kind of mixing and matching here with, having McCargo in there primarily for offense, and, just mixing and matching with McCargo and some others just based on matchups and things like that. Excuse me. So we'll see how much McCargo plays in the second half. The Raiders in their home white with the gold letters and numbers. They have the blue stripes down the white shorts. They start the second half going from left to right. Elijah Cologne will get the basketball here for Carteret with 8 minutes on the clock for the third quarter. Scoring totals for Carteret. Elijah Cologne with 12 points, Tony Towns-Mays with 9, Hubert Ramos with 5, and Eden Ramirez with 2. Here's Ramos, gives over to Prelude, left wing 3, good. Carteret has their first lead of the night, courtesy of Dante Prelude. His first 3 points of the game, 31-28 Ramblers. And again, remember, the Raiders had a 7-0 lead to start the game and then also built up I want to say 10-point lead in the second quarter. But Carteret has come all the way back. Salazar goes to Corey Smith. Smith driving in from the left, passes to Crawford, right block. Crawford for the shot, over the rim. Travel called on Crawford. And Crawford clearly frustrated. So Carteret ball. Carteret, let's see where they are. Actually, I don't see them here in Central 3, which means they're in 4. Because they can't be 2. So Ramos, right wing, gets it to Prelude up top. He'll go to the left elbow, pull-up jumper there, in and out. Rebound goes to Jabri Fitzpatrick. So Jabri back the other way. Gives to Jaquil Boyd. Boyd directing traffic a little bit. Gets it away to Fitzpatrick, swings to the left. Corey Smith, pull-up jumper left of the lane, up the side rim. Smith with the rebound, back to the left corner. Gets it out to Salazar, now right corner for Boyd. Bounce pass to Crawford, trying to back down McCargo in the paint. His shot bounces in, count the bucket, and the foul for Donovan Crawford. Foul is called on Cameron McCargo, his second. Number 1 in the second half on the Ramblers. Donovan Crawford now in double figures with 11. He will shoot 1. Crawford with 11, Jabri Fitzpatrick with 7. Amari Fleming with 6. Corey Smith with 4, and Marquise Perry with 2. 3-point play, no. Crawford, his free throw rolls out. Along with the rebound, long pass to McCargo, spins towards the paint, and travel called on McCargo. He spun right into Crawford. Excuse me. And thus the travel call. Back the other way, Jaquil Boyd. Maybe Carteret's in North 2, Group 3. I haven't checked on their classification lately. Boyd gives to Crawford, right corner. Crawford will take a step-back jumper, right wing off the front rim. Rebound goes to Ramos. Hubert Ramos back at the floor. Passes right for Ramirez. Gets it over to Prelude, back to Ramos, foul line, then gets it away to McCargo. Around the perimeter now. 6:09 to go in the third. 1-point lead for Carteret here at 31-30. McCargo hands off to Ramirez. Left wing 3, good. Boyd, I think, lost his man and then fell down. Boyd, a slight hobble there. But Ramirez hits the 3. Carteret now with a 4-point lead. Boyd the other way gives to Salazar at the baseline. Passes left for Smith. Back to Jabri up top. Jabri goes right for Boyd. Back to Jabri. Right wing. He'll try a 3. And it's off the side rim and out. Ramirez for the rebound. So back the other way. This will be a left corner 3 for Cologne rolling out. Rebound off of Ramos. It's Patrick with it. 5:25 left in the third quarter. Ramblers with a 4-point lead now. At 34-30, Smith going right here to the block. Gets it to Crawford, middle of the paint. Left-handed shot, no good. Crawford wanted a foul. Rebound McCargo gives to Prelude. Prelude pulls up, left wing 2, off the side rim. McCargo for the rebound in the right corner. Raiders have been out-rebounded in this game. McCargo baseline right jumper rolls out. Rebound Corey Smith. Long pass ahead to Salazar. Salazar driving left. Salazar for the shot, no good. Crawford for the rebound, put back, goes in. Count another one, and the foul for Donovan Crawford. Raiders have gotten some and ones, namely Crawford. Foul is called on Prelude. It is his second. Number 2 on the Ramblers. Tony Towns-Mays comes in for the limping McCargo. Meanwhile, Donovan Crawford, he's got 13 points. He will shoot 1. Raiders down by 2 now. Goes up to Crawford, and off the side rim, rebound Tony Towns-Mays. Raiders have not looked good from the free throw line tonight. They are 1 for 5 thus far. Mays passes to Prelude. Prelude, they shuffle it around to Ramos in the right corner. Goes around the other way. 4:40 to go in the third. Prelude, right angle 3, knocks it down. Preelu has 6. 5-point lead for Carteret, their biggest of the night, 37-32. Boyd to Fitzpatrick to Boyd, left corner, tried to dump it down low, tipped and stolen by Mays. Mays gets around Fitzpatrick, Smith tips it, goes to Ramirez. Ramirez hands off of Mays, stolen by Smith, gets it to Crawford. Crawford going left, Crawford for the shot, blocked by Cologne out of bounds. Crawford crashes to the floor at the baseline. No call. Ed Brahini wants a timeout, I believe, and he will get it. Slight pause by the official, but timeout North Brunswick with 4:10 left to go here in the third quarter. 37-32, Carteret leads it. By the way, my thanks, of course, to Sydney Hobson and Mia Santiago over at the scores table for North Brunswick, keeping the book. North Brunswick cheerleading coach Meg Wright. We will talk to the couple of the senior cheerleading captains at halftime on Friday night for senior night. So both teams back out on the floor. I still have to find Carteret's classification. I think they're in North 2. I'll look at it. Corey Smith will inbound from the baseline. First, they got a spot on the floor that they want to clean up. With 4:10 left here in the third quarter, assistant coach Michael Herman doing the honors for the Raiders. Ed Brahini assisted by Michael Herman, Raheem Byram, and Jim Brahini. Bounce pass right for Jaquil Boyd. His shot goes off the back rim and in. Jaquil Boyd. So Boyd gets his first two. 37-34, Ramblers halfway through the third. Mays up top. Thinks about a three, goes left for Ramos. Left corner, steps back. He thought about a three, gives it to Preelu. Swings it to Mays. Now Ramos driving into the foul line. Ramos with a shot blocked by Crawford and picked up at the baseline by Fitzpatrick, but his foot was on the line. So the Ramblers will have it. Cologne from the baseline. Gives to Mays in the left corner. Mays will dribble here. 3:40 to go here in the third. Mays will try a contested left wing three off the front rim. Rebound Ramirez. Gives it out to Ramos. Now Cologne. Right wing three. Off the side rim. Ramirez for the rebound. And 7-footer rolls in. Too many rebounds for Carteret here. Ramirez for the bucket. He's got 7. 39-34 Ramblers. 3:20 to go in the third. Boyd in the front court. On the near side, gives to Smith and around the perimeter. Fitzpatrick driving in. Jabri left-handed layup goes in. Jabri looking smooth as silk right there. He's got 9. 3-point game, 39-36 Carteret. Right angle three from Cologne. That goes in. Elijah Cologne with 15 points. 42-36 Carteret. 2:50 left in the third. Boyd tried to pass it down low. It's tipped. Smith has it. Gives to Amari Fleming. He'll try a left-handed layup. Finger roll goes in. Amari Fleming with the bucket. He's got 8. 42-38 Ramblers. 2:35 left in the third quarter. Cologne, right corner. Ramirez on top, driving in from the right. His shot blocked by Boyd. Foul called on Boyd. Jaquil swatted that away. Foul on Jaquil Boyd. Is going to be calling on Fleming. Okay. Foul on Fleming is his second. And first in the second half on the Raiders. Ramirez, right corner three off the inbound is good. So I guess at the end of the day, Ramirez knocks down the three. And a 7-point lead for the Ramblers, their biggest of the night. 2:15 left in the third, 45-38 Carteret. Here's Fleming driving in and lost the ball, knocked away in the corner, out of bounds, off of North Brunswick, back to Carteret. Cameron McCargo will come back in for the Ramblers here. He replaces Ramos. Now, let me see if I can find Carteret's classification. It's either going to be North 2, Group 3, or Group 4, one or the other. 2:07 left to go here in the third quarter. I found them. They are in North 2, Group 3. They are currently in 4th place in North 2, Group 3. So the McCargo able to get it back to Ramirez. So we get a whistle, timeout, Carteret. Herman White will call time. The 30-second timeout with 1:53 to go here in the third quarter. North Brunswick 45, Carteret 38. Yeah, Carteret, they are trailing West Morris, Irvington, and Summit as the top three in their section, North 2, Group 3. Carteret's well ahead of Colonia in terms of power points. So it looks like, for all intended purposes, Carteret will be locked in at the 4 spot come state playoff time. We'll see where Carteret ends up in the GMC tournament. I know the Great Majors of GMC Hoops, he has them at number 3 in the GMC Hoops top 10. Ball goes off to the far side and Mays gets it over to Clearly. Swings it right. Cologne. Now Mays the foul, a right elbow rather, and reaps in for the layup. No, off the front rim. Rebound Cologne, put back off the back rim. Rebound tipped in, Amari Fleming has it. Fleming on the move. Fleming goes left for Corey Smith. Left wing for 3, over the rim. Rebound Marquise Perry, right corner. Gets it out to Fitzpatrick, touch pass into Smith, layup right side. No, rebound Smith rolls in. Corey Smith. Raiders had to work for that one. Smith has 6. 45-40. Carteret by 5. Good pass into McCargo. His shot off the back rim, no good, but a foul. Got the pass from Clearloo into McCargo. Foul is called on Jaquil Boyd. That is his 3rd. Number 2 on the Raiders. Cameron McCargo at the free throw line, shooting 2. And again, we mentioned Cameron, the cousin of Niall McCargo here for the Lady Raiders of North Brunswick. His first one goes in. First point of the game for McCargo. He had a big game, like I mentioned, against St. Thomas Aquinas. You see, like, the his point totals from that game. Second one up. And that one goes 2-2 for McCargo. 47-40. Ramos back in for Carteret. 47-40. Ramblers. 1:02 to go in the third. Fleming. High pass to the far side and Boyd. Boyd driving in. Goes right corner for Fleming. He'll take it open. 3. It's good. Omari Fleming has 11. Off the bench for the Raiders. 4-point game. 47-43 Ramblers. Cologne swings it right for Ramirez. Back to Cologne. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. And gets it over, bobbled, and stolen. That pass was intended for Akudinobi, but Raiders turned it over. One-hand pass from Ramos to Cologne. Missed the layup. Rebound, Marquise Perry. Perry gets it rid of Fleming. Passes right for Boyd. Boyd, easy layup, right side. Jaquil Boyd, he's got 4. 2-point game. 47-45 Ramblers. 10 seconds left in the third. Clearloo passes to Ramos, right side. 6 seconds left in the third. Ramos, right elbow, drives in. Ramos flings up a shot off the side rim. Fitzpatrick with the rebound. 1 second. Half-court shot for Jabri. Too high up the glass. That will end the third quarter. So the Raiders bounce back here. After Carteret built up a 7-point lead themselves. The lead is down to 2. 47-45 Carteret. After 3, we will break, and we will come back with the fourth quarter here from North Brunswick. On the other side of the break, this is North Brunswick Raiders basketball, presented by the North Brunswick Basketball Association. By the way, my thanks to President Darren Stedico and the folks from the North Brunswick Basketball Association at NBTHS.org. But you're hearing it on the King James Radio Network and the NBTHS Network.
Check out the North Brunswick Basketball Association and their redesigned website at nbbasketball.org. The NBBA is not only one of the premier travel basketball organizations in North Brunswick, but you can match them up against anyone in the central New Jersey area. As always, thanks to President Darren Stedico for his continued support of our Raiders basketball coverage on the King James Radio Network. Check out the regular season, all-star game, and championship schedules with the North Brunswick Basketball Association at nbbasketball.org to see the Raiders of tomorrow.
Now we get ready. There we go. Now we get ready for the fourth quarter. 47-45, Carteret leading by 2 here over North Brunswick. For Carteret, Elijah Colon with 15 points, Aiden Ramirez has 10, Tony Towns-Mays with 9, Dante Prelu with 6, Hubert Ramos with 5, and Cameron McCargo with 2 for Carteret. For North Brunswick, Donovan Crawford with 13 points. It was good 8 minutes on the clock to start the fourth quarter. Inbound to Jaquil Boyd. Mark Fleming has 11. Jareem Fitzpatrick with 9. Corey Smith with 6. Jaquil Boyd with 4. Marquise Perry with 2. Crawford into the paint. Crawford shot off the glass. Rebound tip goes to Prelu. Dante Prelu has it for the Ramblers. Prelu passes right to McCargo. McCargo on the dribble gives to Ramirez. Ramirez right elbow tries to pass it, gives to McCargo, and about an 11-footer off the side rim. Touch tip in from Mays will go. Tony Towns-Mays now in double figures at 11. 49-45 Ramblers. 7:22 to go in the fourth. Fitzpatrick from the foul line driving in. Flings up a shot. No good. Travel call. So we'll go back over to the Ramblers. So from right to left, Carteret alone. Passes right for Ramirez. Short right corner there. Guarded by Boyd. Gets it back out to Cologne. Cologne swings it over to the near side. I think the one thing you want to see here as Cologne left the lane jumper off the side rim. Rebound off of Fitzpatrick. Crawford at the baseline. Goes out. Nope, off Crawford. They'll stay with Carteret. The one thing you want to see from the Raiders, you want to see some energy from the bench. You have not seen that yet tonight. Now Ed Brahini, he provides most of the energy all by himself. As inbound of Ramirez, wide open, right corner, 3 off the side rim. And another tip in by Mays with the right hand. Ed Brahini will call a timeout. Mays with 13. I suspect this will be a full timeout. Yep, full timeout. North Brunswick with 6:45 to go in the fourth. Carteret 51, North Brunswick 45. The break will come back with Raiders basketball on the King James Radio Network and the NFHS Network.
Restoration Place presents Exfoliation by the Word of God by First Lady Darlene Baseman.
When you're faced with a choice, when you're faced with a temptation, and when you're faced with should I do what's right and should I do what's wrong, when I'm faced with good or when I'm faced with evil, that word that's hid on the inside of my heart, that word is going to be evident in that situation. And so therefore I won't have to worry about, what I'm going to do, but I'm going to speak what is within me. And that word will come out in that situation and keep you from doing something that may not be of the will of God.
Be restored at Restoration Place every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time and on demand anytime on the King James Radio Network at jamesisking.com.
We come back here off the timeout with 6:45 remaining here in the fourth quarter. The Raiders have 2 timeouts remaining. They have a full and a 30. So, ball goes in. Mari Fleming in the front court, hands off to Jaquil Boyd. So here is Corey Smith, floater floater from the middle, no good. Foul is called. Foul will be called on Cologne. Here, John Sook on the public address. So foul called on Cologne. Corey Smith will shoot 2. First one up and in. Let's see. Foul on Cologne is his first, and number 3 on Carteret. Meanwhile, Smith now with 7 points. Raiders have their first point of the quarter. Second one goes in 2-2 for Corey Smith. Pressure in the backcourt here. We get a foul. Boyd and Fleming applying the pressure. Foul is called on Fleming. So foul on Fleming is number 3. 3 on the Raiders. McCargo off the inbound takes a right wing 2, no good, and foul the other way. Foul is going to be called on Tony Towns-Mays. That is his second, and number 4 on the Ramblers. So the fouls are starting to pile up a little bit here. 6:22 to go in the fourth. Inbound. And Jaquil Boyd has it. Boyd in the front court, guarded by Ramirez. Passes right for Fleming, thinks about a three, then jump steps in, gives to Crawford, and layup point blank is good. Donovan Crawford. Crawford has 15. It's a 2-point game at 51-49. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. Carteret up by 2. Hello. Gives it over to Ramirez. Gives to Mays. Mays bounce past Prelude, going baseline. Goes left corner, Macargo. Open corner three. Off the side rim. Rebound Mays. Gets it out. Cologne. Contested three. Left wing off the front rim. Macargo had the rebound. Knocked loose. Fitzpatrick. Touchdown pass to Fleming. Fleming drives right. Fleming for the shot. No good, but a foul. Omari to the line. Foul's going to be called on Cologne.
His second.
They called the foul on Cologne instead of Macargo.
2 shots.
So that's a blessing in disguise for Carteret. They called the foul on Cologne. It's his second. First shot for Fleming goes off the side rim. Second foul on Cologne, 5th on Carteret. Christian Salazar comes in for Corey Smith with 5:35 to go. Raiders down by 2 at 51-49. Fleming will try to make one here. He's got 11 points. This is his first trip to the line. Makes this one 1 or 2. 51-50 Ramblers. 5.5 to go. Cologne bounce pass to Mays in the front court. Mays gives away to Ramirez. Excuse me. Ramirez passes left for Macargo. Macargo on the dribble against Crawford. Passes right for Prelude. He's guarded by Boyd. Gets Macargo screen. Pulls up right wing three. Good. Got the screen from Macargo. And Prelude takes care of the rest. That's his third three of the second half. 54-50 Ramblers. 5 minutes to go in the fourth. Here's Fleming. He tries to dribble past Macargo. His shot blocked. Macargo throws it off of Fleming. Hits the official. Goes out. What are they going to call here? I don't know how the referee didn't see that. It was right in front of him. He threw it off of Fleming, and then it hit him. And they're going to give it to Carteret. So technically, anyway, the right call. Ebrahimi not happy with it. Inbound. Excuse me. Carteret will bring it up. Cologne in the front court. Wanted to go to Prelude, but will pass to Ramirez instead. Ramirez got it to Salazar here. Tried to kick it out to Macargo, but miscommunication. Ball sails past Macargo on the far side and out. Turnover Carteret. Hubert Ramos will check in. Ramirez. 4:34 to go in the fourth. 4-point lead here at 54-50. Here is Jaquil Boyd. Passes right for Fleming, gets it out to Fitzpatrick, foul. Fitzpatrick caught the pass, Prelude over pursued and commits the foul. That is his third. That's an all or nothing play right there for Prelude. Third foul on Prelude, 6th on Carteret. Corey Smith comes in for Salazar. 4:27 to go. Raiders down by 4. Again, the Raiders looking for the upset here. Wouldn't be a major upset. Nonetheless, here's Fitzpatrick. Gives over to Corey Smith. Smith, pull-up jumper right of the lane. No good, but a foul. Corey to the line. Foul's going to be called on Cologne. Foul on Elijah Cologne is his third. Number 7 on the Ramblers. Corey Smith back at the free throw line for 2 shots. And again, Corey at 60% from the line this year. First one up and in. Ramirez back in. Ramos out for Carteret. 4:16 remains in the fourth quarter. Smith for the second, goes in. 2-2. Corey now in double figures with 10. 54-52 Ramblers. 4:12 left here on the fourth. Hayes gets it into Cologne left side. Now Ramirez. Ramirez left lane, gets it away. Cargo at the foul line. Left elbow. Out to Ramirez. Left wing for 3 is good. Boyd was screened off, couldn't get to him. And Ramirez hits the 3. Aiden Ramirez has 3 3-pointers along with Prelude. Ramirez has 13 points. And Fitzpatrick, deep three, straight on. Jabri Fitzpatrick has 12. And it's back to a 2-point game, 57-55 Ramblers. For Jabri, that's three-pointer number 31 on the season. McCargo holds. Ball is tipped by Boyd, but McCargo recovers on the far side. 3:18 to go. The Raiders have 2 timeouts left. And here's McCargo. High pass for Mays. Too high. Out of bounds. Turnover Ramblers. Ramos will check back in for Carteret. Places Ramirez. With 3:12 to go. Fitzpatrick from the baseline gives to Fleming. Fleming crossover dribble in the backcourt, lost the ball. Well, now recovers. Pass is left to Jabri. Jabri gives off to Fleming. Fouling extended left, bounce pass Crawford. Left of the lane, back out to Amari. Left wing three is off the side rim. Rebound goes to Ramos. Long pass to McCargo at the right block. He's double teamed. And foul on Crawford. McCargo dribbled back towards the right corner. And they're going to call the foul on Crawford here. Foul on Donovan is his second, number 4 on the Raiders. Christian Salazar in, Corey Smith out for North Brunswick. 2:46 to go. Carteret up by 2. Cologne inbounds from the baseline. Line drive pass to Prelude. Swings it left from Cologne, back to Ramirez, right wing. Ramirez right elbow, he'll try a jumper there off the front rim. Rebound Mays, 10-footer off the side rim. Rebound tip by McCargo, saves it over to Cologne, and travel called, or timeout. Timeout. Cologne lost his balance, but it looked like the ref was going to let it go. Carteret calls time. A full timeout for the Ramblers with 2:34 to go here in the fourth quarter. North Brunswick 57, Carteret 55. We'll break. We'll come back on the King James Radio Network and the NFHS Network.
The Jersey Basketball Association is in its 6th season with the King James Radio Network as we continue to bring you the Hoop Superstars of tomorrow from around the state of New Jersey. From Sparta to Monroe and all points in between, the JBA has become the largest travel basketball organization in the state, and we will feature some of the better matchups right here on KJRN. For more information, including schedules and venue directions, go to jerseybasketballassociation.com to visit with the JBA, heard exclusively on the King James Radio Network.
We come back here to North Brunswick, New Jersey on the King James Radio Network. Corbett Thompson here at JamesIsKing.com. So, here in the fourth quarter, we have, just looking at our Twitter page at King James Radio 1, just to see if anything pops up here. I don't think so. All right, so 2:34 left here in the fourth quarter. Carteret 57, North Brunswick 55. Carteret has led the entire second half. Inbound goes into Prelude, right corner, gets it away to Mays. Inside the right elbow, takes the jumper, in and out. McCargo tips the rebound to himself. He's in the right corner. And again, too many rebounds for Carteret here. Ball to the far side in Cologne. McCargo, guarded by Crawford, swings it out to Cologne. Cologne, right elbow, gives to McCargo at the foul line. McCargo will wait. 2:10 to go. Guarded by Fleming. McCargo passes to Ramirez. He's guarded by Salazar. Passes right to Prelude. Guarded by Boyd. Driving in, baseline, dumps over to May. Shot blocked. Foul! Foul called on Crawford. Mays to the line. Crawford with his hands over his head in disbelief. Foul called on Donovan Crawford is his third. Number 5 on the Raiders. Corey Smith will come back in. Meanwhile, Tony Towns Mays will shoot 2 for the Ramblers.
2 shots.
1:56 remaining in the fourth. Free throw up from Mays off the front rim and out. Corey Smith back in to try to give the Raiders some points. Salazar will come out. Second one up from Mays and in. 1 of 2. So a 3-point lead for the Ramblers here. Hubert Ramos back in for Carteret. replacing Mays. 58-55 Ramblers. Inbound from Fitzpatrick to Boyd, back to Jabri, back to Queer. Boyd has it, here's to Fitzpatrick. On the dribble, Fitzpatrick in the front court, and runs into Ramirez, gives over to Boyd. Boyd lost the ball to Macargo. Quick pass back into Fleming, from Fleming to Smith. His layup, no, and put back by Smith goes in. Corey Smith, 6 points in the fourth quarter and 12 for the game. 1 point lead for the Ramblers. 90 seconds to go, 58-57. Ramirez, right corner, guarded by Boyd. Ramirez gives it out, looking for Ramos, ball on the floor, Fitzpatrick tips it, loose ball, jump ball. Jump ball. Who has the arrow? I can't see the arrow from here because the clock official's in front of me. Carteret has the arrow. Mays back in. Ramos out. Ed Brahimi will use one of his final 2 timeouts here. He's got a 30 and a full. We'll see which one he uses. With 1:20 to go, this will be a full timeout. Full timeout, North Brunswick. 1:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. 58-57. Carteret leads it. We'll break, and we will come back in 30 seconds with Raiders basketball on the King James Radio Network.
If you want to get rid of ads before and after your videos, Vimeo can help. If you forget what day, month, or year it is, Vimeo cannot help. If you want advanced privacy settings for your videos, Vimeo can help. If you can't spell tchotchke, Vimeo can help. If you want to customize your video player and add your own logo, Vimeo can help. If your apartment inexplicably starts to shrink, Vimeo cannot help. Vimeo can help with your videos.
This broadcast is a production of the King James Radio Network, which is solely intended for the private use of its listening audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this audio transmission without the written permission or consent from the King James Radio Network is strictly prohibited.
Off the timeout. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter here in North Brunswick. Carteret 58, North Brunswick 57 here in our GMC crossover game. Cologne, Mays, Macargo, Ramirez, and Prelu on the floor for Carteret. Inbound from Cologne to Macargo, right wing. We got Crawford, Smith, Boyd, Fitzpatrick, and Fleming on the floor for the Raiders. With 1:09 to go, Ramirez, a 1 point lead for Carteret, gives to Prelu. He goes baseline. Prelu for the shot, no good, but a foul. Crawford got a piece of it. Is it on Smith or Crawford? Foul is on Smith. So foul on Corey Smith is his first. Number 6 on the Raiders. And Dante Prelu will be at the free throw line for 2 shots. First one up and in. Prelu now with 10 points, all in the second half. Ramos checks in for Carteret here. He will replace Mays.
Checking in for Carteret.
Again, Herman White mixing and matching here for the Ramblers. 1:04 to go. 59-57 Carteret. Prelu with a left-handed shot, bounces in. So he makes them both. 3-point lead for the Ramblers, 60-57. 1 minute to go in the fourth. Quill Boyd in the front court. Gives to Corey Smith in the right corner. He's double teamed. Gets it to Boyd with the baseline pass out to Jabri. Jabri back to the top. Jabri goes through the foul line, kicks it out left for Crawford, and now left side for Boyd. Contested left corner. 3 is good! Quill Boyd puts it up over Macargo to tie the game at 60. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Cologne in between the rings for Carteret. Gives to Ramos. Bounce pass right for Prelu. Prelu holds. 27 seconds. Ricardo, left side. Gets a screen from Ramos. Hands off to Prelu. Prelu trying to go in. Brings up a shot. Bounces out. Rebound. There's 16 seconds. Ramirez shot is blocked by Crawford. Gets it to Prelu. He raises it. 11 seconds. Ebrahimi will use his final timeout. Prelu for the bucket, and again the story of the night is too many rebounds for Carteret. So the Raiders use their last timeout with 10 seconds. Wait, timeout Carteret. Wait, timeout Carteret. Ed Brahimi came out on the court as if he was calling a timeout, but it's Carteret that calls time. A full 10 seconds left. We'll break. We'll come back in 30 on the King James Radio Network.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but
I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college, which ends up making the future better for all of us. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, not a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
All right, so Carteret 62, North Brunswick 60. The Raiders will have the ball here. North Brunswick does have a timeout, and Carteret has 2. So Boyd, Fleming, Fitzpatrick, Smith, and Crawford on the floor for the Raiders. McCargo, Ramos, Ramirez, Colon, and Prioru on the floor for Carteret. The Raiders have to go to length of the floor from left to right. 10 seconds left, down by 2. Quill to inbound. Boyd gives to Crawford, back to Boyd. 9 seconds. Here's Boyd up the floor. 7 seconds. Boyd goes right. Fleming, right corner, 3 off the top of the backboard. McCargo with the rebound. Passes it to Ramirez. That's going to do it. And this game is over. And, well, I don't think that's what Coach Brahini drew up. 62-60, Carteret wins it. Fleming tried to take the 3 from the right corner there. The Raiders had enough time where they could have went for 2 there to go for the tie. But Fleming tried the 3 in the corner and really didn't have a lot on it in terms of accuracy. And thus, a tough loss for North Brunswick here. Their 3rd straight loss. They now drop to 10-7 on the year. Carteret, the Ramblers, improve to 17-4. As they have now won 9 of their last 10, and this is their 8th straight win over the Raiders, by the way. And so 62-60 is the final. Well, despite everything else, you know, the Raiders gave Carteret a game, and I think at the end of the day, that's what you could really, all you could really ask for is that the Raiders did give Carteret a game here, no question about that. Well, we talked about it in the New Brunswick game. The Raiders can play with whomever in the GMC. They can play with whomever, but just haven't been able to finish games. You know, again, the Raiders had a couple of leads here against Carteret, and the Ramblers came back. I said it all throughout the game, too many rebounds for Carteret. I would love to know what the rebounding totals are, but whatever they are, they've got to be one-sided in favor of the Ramblers. But despite all of that, the Raiders still had a chance at the end to either tie or win the game. But again, probably just not the best choice there with the 3-point shot from the corner. When you still had time to try to go for 2 there and not rush anything. But, and listen, in Omari's defense, you know, he hasn't played a lot of. This was his 2nd game, this year, after having to sit out for the transfer rule and then some stuff with his credits and all that, and he couldn't get in the game. And so this is only his 2nd game that he has played. So maybe that's a part of it too. And again, listen, he's a senior. He's played enough basketball to know when to shoot and when not to. So at the end of the day, that's something that only he knows what was going on there. But, again, 62-60, Carteret wins it. And, well, the Raiders will now look ahead to Friday. They'll have another crossover game against Metuchen. And, look forward to that. So, anyway, 62-60 is the final. We will break, and we will come back with the final totals from North Brunswick in a moment. This is Raiders basketball, and it's on the King James Radio Network, presented by the North Brunswick Basketball Association at nbbasketball.org, also on the NBTHS Network.
With over 15 years of experience in the finance industry, Rich Zangara at Wells Fargo Advisors knows how to make the adjustment to your wealth management needs, whether it's retirement funds or something a little more current. As a senior vice president and branch manager of a $15 million operation, it's safe to say that Rich knows what he's doing. Call up Rich Zangara at 908-542-0348. Once again, 908-542-0348 for Rich Zangara at Wells Fargo Advisors. Scott Laurie, broker of ERA Central Realty Group and ERA Central Levinson, has 6 offices to serve all of your real estate needs, located in Monroe Township, Freehold, Cream Ridge, Bordentown, Robbinsville, and their newest location in Old Bridge. Contact Scott Laurie and his team of over 200 agents for all your real estate needs at 609-655-5535 and online at YERA, that's WHYERA.com.
Listen to the King James Radio Network by downloading the Spreaker app to your phone or tablet. Spreaker is spelled S-P-R-E-A-K-E-R. You can find it in the App Store on your iPhone or on Google Play for Android users.
Now available at Audible.com is the most recent book of narrator Corbett Thompson called The Complete Guide to Basketball. Level up your game in 7 days. For those looking to step up their game at any level, players can learn more about shooting, dribbling, passing, and all things basketball. As a matter of fact, you can send an email to myself, Corbett Thompson, at kingjamesradio1@gmail.com, and I will send you a code where you can get the audiobook free of charge. If you still want to buy the book, it's available at audible.com by typing The Complete Guide to Basketball in the search box. Get your game to the next level, and thank you for listening to the King James Radio Network.
We come back here to North Brunswick as, again, the Carteret Ramblers outlast the North Brunswick Raiders here by a score of 62-60. My thanks to the young lady over here from Carteret sitting with the scorebook there to my left. She helped me out with a little pronunciation there before the game. If she ever goes back and listens to this in the red jacket, she'll know who she is. But you know, and by thanks to Sidney Hobson and Mia Santiago on the book for the Raiders, site supervisor Lisa Barkley and athletic director Sean Morrell. And again, you know, we talked about it after the buzzer. Carteret offensive rebounds aplenty. Got them some second chance points. And in the end, with the Raiders down by 2, with a chance to try to tie or win the game in the closing seconds, still had maybe 2-3 seconds on the clock, and if not a little more. And Maury Fleming tried to hit a 3 from the right corner there, a contested 3. Didn't have the best vantage point or the best positioning to take that shot, but he felt like he had no choice, had to take it, and thus the three-pointer hit the top of the backboard, which should have actually, thinking about it, that should have been called out of bounds. The clock should have stopped right there and then. And yes, Carteret gets possession, but the clock should have stopped right there and then. But the referees let it go. They played on, and Cameron McCargo was able to run out the clock the rest of the way. And Carteret gets the win, 62-60. So let's do the final totals. For Carteret, Elijah Colon had 15 points. He was tied for the game high. 15 points for Cologne. Tony Towns-Mays had 14. Dante Prelu with 13. Aiden Ramirez with 13. Hubert Ramos with 5. And Cameron McCargo with 2. Carteret was 9 for 12 from the free throw line, so that was also a big difference in this game. So 9 for 12 for the Ramblers. For North Brunswick, Donovan Crawford also tied for the game high. He had 15 points. Jabri Fitzpatrick with 12, Corey Smith with 12, including 4 for 4 from the line, and Amari Fleming with 12. So 4 guys in double figures, but unfortunately for the Raiders, still falling 2 points short. Jaquil Boyd had 7 points, and Marquise Perry finished with 2. The Raiders were 6 for 11 from the free throw line tonight, so obviously a big difference there. With Carteret being 9 of 12, the Raiders being 6 of 11. And so North Brunswick coming into tonight as a team, shot 57% from the line. So obviously that'll be a work in progress for Friday night against Metuchen. That brings us to our next broadcast. Our next broadcast, North Brunswick Raiders basketball, presented by the North Brunswick Basketball Association at nbbasketball.org. And again, my thanks to President Darren Snedeker, also Greg Robinson, and the folks at the North Brunswick Basketball Association. Make sure you check those guys out at nbbasketball.org. NB as in North Brunswick, basketball.org. But our next broadcast of Raiders basketball actually will be tomorrow night when the Lady Raiders will be here. It will be North Brunswick. The Lady Raiders will take on South Plainfield. Game time will be at 5:30 p.m. Raiders Live pregame, presented by the Cal team at Remix Country, will be at 5:20. So, and then we'll have the boys here on Friday night against Metuchen on senior night. So, with that, until tomorrow night, we'll be here, including tonight, the next 4 nights, or 3 nights in one day. We'll be here tomorrow night, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday morning, the Lady Raiders face St. Thomas Aquinas. So we'll be here for a hot minute. But until tomorrow, this is Corbett Thompson saying goodbye. Godspeed. We thank you for listening to this edition of Raiders basketball on the King James Radio Network and the NFHS Network. Your final score here, the Carteret Ramblers 62, the North Brunswick Raiders 60. We will talk to you tomorrow. Until then, you folks, have a good night.